Hello and welcome to episode number 2 of this Let's Play Workers and Resources Soviet Republic here at HanniballNOR's YouTube channel. Now last episode we went over kind of some explanations and such. I do think I did a fairly decent job of explaining what I was doing. Of course, the comment section is open for any questions and such if I kind of skip stuff or, kind of would like to get a better explanation of what we're doing. We kind of started we started planning out where our city is going to go. So basically what we're going to have here, we're going to have a heating plant here, which is going to be providing heat for our residents. We have planned a little delivery system with trains for the future, where we're going to be delivering fuel to here. So, well, in very, very, very future, we might be delivering fuel here. But at least we have planned for it, so that should be good, right? And we also have planned out a system for delivering food and meat and clothing and potentially alcohol and, maybe some other stuff we would like to put here. So, let's continue planning out the city. This is probably going to be like the centerpiece of the city here. We are going to, let's see here, we're going to be planning out at least a bus stop here, because we're going to have people going to the bus here and then get shipped out here and work here as a, they're going to be shoveling coal, basically. Congratulations. So, let's get to it. We're going to be turning on the grid, because that's what we want. So we would like to have a bus platform here. And in the beginning of the game, there was only these two bus platforms, and there was only this bus stop. And we kind of need to look at how many people we can actually fit on a bus stop here. So, for example, here we can only fit 100 people. That's not very good. Also, it's a dirt road, so it's basically terrible. When it rains, traffic slows to a hole, and we kind of get to the mud truck simulator. Gosh, I can't remember what the name is. But we're going to be making a fairly big bus stop, I think. And we're also going to have to make sure that they can actually walk from the bus stop to here. Now, we're going to take... let's see here. Okay. We built this platform here, and we're going to connect that to the road, but we might not have it here, because it's a fairly long trip to walk from the bus stop here to here. And we can check and see if they actually can take that walk. So if we click here and hover over this little man here, no, we cannot have it there. So what we're going to do, we're going to be making a footpath here, removing those. We're also going to be removing the bus stop here. And we'll see if we can maybe push it a little bit closer. So I think they can walk around 300 meters on footpaths. If we upgrade them to gravel footpath, they can walk a little bit longer. So you can kind of see here, regular footpath walking speed is 30%. Here it's 112%. We also have like different walking speed on mud roads, for example. They can walk 60%. Also, the max travel drive on road vehicles are 35 kilometers per hour. We're going to be aiming for gravel roads, which is 75 in walking speed, and the vehicles can drive at 60 kilometers per hour. Asphalt, they can drive at 110 kilometers per hour, and the pedestrians can walk at 95%. I think, yeah, the asphalt road with kind of lighting here kind of speeds up the walking for the pedestrians to 115%. And here is 112. So it's a little bit better for our pedestrians to walk on these than on gravel footpaths. We are, though, going to be placing down a bus stop. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to turn you around, and here we can kind of see that if we place it here, we should be able to walk. If we bring it closer, the distance is, you know, shorter to walk. So we probably would like to, let's see if we do something like this. And we could also see if we can get a footpath in here. It's not looking very nice. I kind of like to it's not decorating, but, you know, kind of get those footpaths in here. So if we click here now and hover over here, we should be able to walk up here without any additional footpaths leading out to the shopping center here, which is in of itself a good thing. We could kind of make a little shortcut here, but since they can make that walk, we are just going to leave them to it. Sorry, my voice is a little bit groggy today. Hopefully it's not too annoying. So we'll do that, and that we could potentially make a... could that be an interesting idea? Have like a main street with pedestrians on both sides. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. So that means we're going to be bringing you up a little bit. You are... okay, let's remove all of those. And we're going to be making a snapping point in the road here. The snapping point also goes for a connection to footpaths. So you see it's not like quite in the center here. That's kind of what we're trying to fix here. So we'll bring you up to about here. And then we have a better snapping point. But if we're going to have a pedestrian road that goes kind of all the way over here, we're going to have to do some trickery here. So we're going to be bringing you up here, and then bringing you down as much as we can here. Probably going to do something similar here. Right, please make a snapping point here. Go from here to here. Out to here, then we'll have a snapping point out here. There we go. So that's fine, I guess. Then we're also going to be removing the road yet again, because we're going to need this guy here. We can't kind of see where this is going to connect here, right? So we're going to be bringing it up to about here. That seems about as straight as we can get it. And then we're just going to continue the road. This is kind of a road we'll trim away eventually. And you're going to go down to about here. So. And then we can connect these together. I don't understand why we wanted to remove those roads. I think these two should be the only... We kind of don't want to have too much traffic, foot traffic, crossing the roads, as it might actually lead to some problems. So this one here, see, it's not going to go directly in here, so we're going to be fixing the roads here, here, and here. And we're going to bring the... pick up the snap here, and bring the road to about here, and bring it up. We'll bring the road up here, bring it up, and bring it up here, and bring it up. And then we should be able to make path that kind of leads all the way out here, and we could potentially also, if we want, make a straight connection here. So we'll bring that to here, something like that. And we'll just disconnect it to here temporarily. Also, sounds like my PC is flying away. Hopefully it is not going to be coming too much through as I'm trying to render episode 1, actually, as we speak. So, if we did something like that, maybe connect you down here. We have like quite a bit of footpath. We probably could squeeze in a couple of buildings in here, and we are going to need quite a lot of amenities for our citizens. Now this, oh, we have done a super boo-boo here. Ooh, a super boo-boo. All right, I'm sorry, folks. We're going to be removing this again, or at least that, and also the bus stop, because we wanted to have a factory connected to this, and we're going to be telling our people to sew new blue jeans in a clothing factory, and I would like to have that potentially up here. We could also turn it around like this. Let's see if we can make that connection here. Factory connection. Yes, we can. We can even make it nice and curved like that. Now, we're gonna need to replace the bus stop. Yes, the bus stop. And I guess we'll have the road going out here. So we could potentially make a Y junction here. Would make it easier for the bus to kind of move from point A to point B. The bus stop, where did you go? You went here. So that means we're gonna be potentially doing something like here. So if we put you kind of here, we'll follow the point of the pointing at the screen like an idiot. We're following the arrow point for the road connection, and we'll kind of follow that along the line here. Like so, and we'll kind of go all the way out to here. So it kind of is in this crossing here. It's just a thing that I do. I don't know if it actually makes any sense or what, but it's just a thing I do. Let's see if we can actually manage to get a decent connection here. This is gonna be absolutely tricky, isn't it? We could do that, but that looks horrific. So what I think we'll do, we'll move the bus station just a little bit. Down preferably, so we can actually manage to get around. So if we did something like that, then we should have... I would have to make it like... super close on all the sides. Oh, we could do something like that. And then something like that. And we'll bend you. Oh, do we want to bend you? Yeah, we want to bend. So, let's do that. Get a snapping point here. And now let's check and see if they actually can walk. They can. 209 meters out here. Then we should have a fairly easy time getting this in here. It is kind of straight, but it doesn't quite pass the OCD check. I'm sorry, folks. So we're gonna be... This might actually be a little bit more trickier than I kind of want it to be. So Let's do that. And we get a little smidge of footpath here. That would have been very nice of you. Nope. So that means we're gonna have to use this as a measurement tool. And this is something I'm not very good at. Oh, it is good enough. So then you bend out here. You are still bending out there. This guy here, we'll just leave him there. That's fine. So now they have the opportunity to walk from the bus stop to the factory and to... It's gonna be a lot of traffic here. No, actually it's not. Main traffic is gonna come from here with food and all the stuff for the people. Gonna come up here and deliver it here and then leave again. And then the buses are gonna go up here. So we kinda don't need to think too much about that, I think. Now, I kinda forgot where we had our cutoff points for our... So we are 600. So this is actually the cutoff line. Okay, I probably should remember that. Probably should have remembered that. There we go. I lose heart sometimes. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to be bringing this road all the way out to about here. And we're going to give it a little way here, and then we're going to be bringing the road out to here. Means we're going to be making another snapping point for the road. Hi there, Katski. Are you going to be annoying today? It's never annoying, but you know, sometimes. Sometimes cats do cat things, right? Especially when you're trying to focus on something. Okay, so that should go down here, and that should make the road, the bus kind of, they don't have to stop and do a 90-degree angle, if that makes sense. So we'll do the same here. Also, the cat is kind of trying to rub his teeth on my nose. He does that sometimes. It's very cute, but it's also very annoying. And he also has very sharp teeth, so you know. It'd be a little bit painful, but I think he does it out of love. I hope so, at least. Alright, there we go. There we go. So we have like a little Y junction here. And then we could potentially... let me think here for a second. We're not going to be having any traffic coming up here unless we would like to have a... Well, you know, it's the Soviet Republic, so we might have like a little workforce that might not be, you know... Yeah, we might have to put our prisoners to work. There will be prisoners. So we'll make a little snap point here. So bring you up to about let's bring you up to here, and then we'll connect you in here. Now this didn't look very nice. Let's see if we can make this look a little bit better. So we're definitely gonna have a snapping point here, because that is where this footpath is gonna come in here. We'll bring you down to here. That should be enough to make this look a little bit better. A little bit better. Right, and we'll bring you out here. Which means we can have quite a lot of buildings up here, as long as they are not residential, I think. So we have the bus stop planned for. Then we're just going to go through the list here. We're going to need a place for them to drink. We can put down a restaurant, but there is no alcohol service here. So we're not going to do that. We're going to be just putting in a good old-fashioned pub. And we could have it here. I mean, it's room for it, right next to the warehouse. Oh, do we want to have a bunch of drunken people next to the warehouse? Maybe we could place it here. Kind of connected to, I don't know. I mean, we could also have rotate it, have it connected to here. That could also have been an option. Let's see here. We place it here. Can we? Yeah, we can even get a little connection to the footpath here. So we have a pub, we have a supermarket, and all the goods. Sadly, we can't kind of pipe alcohol into the pub. No. Can always dream, right? I would have loved to have that ability, just pump alcohol into the pub. Okay, so that was the pub. Let's continue down the line. We're gonna need a cinema. And where do we want to have that? I kind of would like to have that at the corner here, I think would look nice. Maybe if we even rotate it. Ooh. Maybe not. We'll have it this way. We'll also make room for some footpath action here. This is also something that we should fix. Alright, Cat, you need to make up your mind. Are you staying or going? She's going. Get back to the cinema. A little bit trigger happy there. And we'll put you kinda here. And we'll have a road. Remember, we need a snapping point for the footpath here. So we'll make that. And you should be able to walk here. You're probably also going to be connecting some footpaths in here. So if we did... I don't know, do you want to just have them go straight down here? I kind of feel like that is a no-go. We will... Let's see here. Now, I think we'll just bring the footpath out here. Now, another snapping point needs to be created. Like so. Then you can kind of go out here. 14 meters. 14 meters. So we'll do something like that. And here we can have like little row of bushes in between. I think that could be nice. Now, this could be quite interesting. I kind of like to make some interesting shapes in my Republic if it's possible. But this doesn't seem as doable as I would have liked it. So we'll make like a little crossing here. Means we're gonna have to make another little waypoint here. Sorry, snapping point. And a snapping point for this guy. You go in here, and we connect you. And then we connect you up here, and then you down here. And then we'll make another snapping point here. Now remember, this is going to be the residential area down south here. Ooh, do we want to have like a snapping point? Okay, we will try. So this is going to be potentially a little bit tricky and might also involve a little bit of guesswork. This needs to continue out here. And then you're gonna go in here. And no luck. So that means we're gonna have to kind of guess where the snapping point is gonna be. It's It's not going to be perfect, but, you know, it is what it is. And we're going to have to do the same here. So it's going to be about here. Did I not make that point completely? Nope. So that, and there we go. And we can bring you out here. The problem with doing this is, well, there is several problems with doing this. Basically, when we're going to be upgrading our roads. So let's go back. We talked about something we talked about last episode when we kind of planned a little bit of the railroad here. So this is one node. So from this point to this point is one node. And let's say that we would like to upgrade this to a gravel road. So we'll do that. Now if we click on the gravel road, this piece here is a fairly long piece of gravel road. So we actually have room to operate some machineries in here. Some mechanisms. That means we don't have to supply workers. So we could basically just turn off the workers here. But not do that yet. We're still in the planning phase. Now, this segment here is very, very short. So if we go in here and then click on the road, you can see there is not room for any mechanism here. So we're gonna have to bus in workers to, or in the future use our own workers to do that. And also it is in two segments. So let's say we have like a little construction yard here. They're gonna send out gravel. They're gonna have to find that somewhere and build a road. Then they have to send bus with workers up here and then back again. If we upgrade to asphalt road, there is more layers to it. So yeah, it's gonna be tedious to upgrade these. What if we did something like this? And then we'll just bring this guy all the way down here. That's perfect. And is this gonna be nice? Can we... Also, if we hold down Shift, no, Control, you get a more finer tuned thing here. But this, wonder if we would like to remove that one and that one. See if that is better. That didn't work out as planned. No, we're gonna need to go up to here. Because the footpath of this building is actually square. So we can't do that, even though you would think that we could. But we could, we will make something beautiful out of this. We could, yeah, we can go, can we go? I think that is the best we can do. And then we'll bend you out here, 10 meters that way, and 9 meters that way. And that is the cinema taken care of. We're also going to be continuing down the line here. Every Soviet Republic needs a way to stay in shape. No, in the Soviet Union, round is not a shape. Now this is like a perfect place. We're going to be building a indoor pool, so they can go and have some swimming lessons. We could do... Oh, that's expensive. 8.5 tons of steel. 25 tons of steel. 30 tons of steel. And 40 tons of steel. I am almost a little tempted to build a sports hall. Oh, it's big though. It's very big. Oh, it takes up a lot of space as well. although it has like everything. So it takes 20. So if we have 25 workers, we can accommodate 175 visitors. This though is also very good. This is something that came with the DLC. This is actually not as big as I thought it would be. We could actually squeeze it in here. That is an option. Now that costs how much? 30 tons of steel versus 8 tons of steel. But we're getting so much more capacity out of it. This is also new, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I am actually tempted to do it, because even though it is super expensive, I think it's actually going to be worth it. So we'll have that right next to the pub. So when you're done drinking, you can go and take a swim in the pool. Let's try and align it up with... I'm going to point with the road connection. This line here, and this line here. For the two downward facing footpaths connections. Can we get it up a little bit more? No. Then we'll go down here, get you lined up, you lined up, and then we'll hold control so we don't instantly build the road access. Okay, so now we're gonna have to fix this. You're gonna go down here, make a little connection here, and you out here, and then we're gonna be oops, well that's fine, that's fine. Actually, is it? No. Well, maybe. No, I would like to have connection both here and here. Footpaths. And let's bring this up a little bit though. This is going to need to come out to here. And then we'll have a snapping point, remove snapping point. This we're going to be removing, that we're going to be removing, and same with the road here. It's almost perfect. But in the Soviet, not the Soviet Reunion, but the Soviet Union, perfect is not good enough. Yeah, there we go. So we'll hold down Shift to kind of drag it out as far as we can, so we can actually utilize the snapping point. There we go. And there we go. And then we'll move that little segment there. So now we have swimming pool, cinema, a pub, supermarket, and a factory where they can work and make us money. Yeah, make us money, not the people. People don't need money, as they live in a, you know, in a socialist republic or capitalist community, whatever you like to call it. We'll make a snapping point here. There we go. So we'll have those crossing over here, and here we're going to be also making... Well, we're not going to be doing that yet. We're probably going to have some more utilities or stuff like that here. So now we have dealt with all the commodities for our people. We could also make these. These look cool, but they are not operating during winter. So yeah, requires weather temperature to be above 5 degrees Celsius before they can operate. And that's why we kind of are building a swimming pool, because you can use that year round as long as we actually have the heat. And we are planning on having a bit of heat out here, so that's good. Okay, we have taken care of that. So let's go on to the next have here, which is the state infrastructure, we are going to need some hospitals. Well, one probably should be more than enough. And if we think a little bit about how our residential, all the residential buildings need to be able to walk at least to the bus stop or to the supermarket. So I would imagine the majority of the bulk of the residential zone is going to be around here. I would imagine. I'd rather like them to have access to the bus stop. So, you know what, let's start with the firefighting station here, because the firefighting station isn't very big. We can make a big one, but it's not necessary. Not in the beginning. We're gonna have 2 fire trucks in here, and that's gonna be doing great. I would think and hope. We could even build it up here, but I kind of would like to have it connected to this road here, so we have access to, you know, in case we'll have an industrial fire up here. Yeah, so we'll attach it to this road here. Actually, you know what? Let's move it back a little bit. I would like to have the blue line here. The path kind of merged with a grid line here. So I could also have done that. But we can also do this. And yes, you guessed it. I'm removing a little bit of the road here. Make another node. There we go. Like so. And like so. And we probably also need to make a node here for the road vehicle here. So we'll do that. Double check. I always like to double check when I put down a building if everything is within the range of the bus stop. It's an old habit that I have. So basically when we put here, you can kind of see that it is already within range. It wasn't there before, so this seems to be a good spot for a hospital, doesn't it? Right next to the factory. Or maybe we would like to have it a little bit closer to residential area. I mean, it's a hospital after all. And the people are actually, what do they want this to be a footpath. Nope. Gonna have to make a snapping point here before we can connect it to here. Let me go down here and I guessed it. New node needs to be made. Go in here, you go in here, you go in here. What? Then we could potentially also bring this all the way down here. Seems like an idea. Where was it? This node here. Really please. Did we mess that up? And this node. Did we mess it up again? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. And LCD doesn't have to control everything I do. So we can either bend this or bring it. Actually, we can bring it straight in here. That's good enough. Again, I always like to check. We now have connection to the hospital. We're going to be continuing. We're going to need some childcare. because they can't go to work if they have to stay home and watch the little ones. So we're going to be making sure that the state and the government actually is doing all the parenting and making sure that their head is full of propaganda. Thanks. There we go. So eventually we'll probably... Yeah, we're probably gonna need a node here as well. So... Ooh. It's not 100% straight here. But, you know what? I'm gonna be a good sport and say that is right. So we have like 1 crossing, 2 crossing, 3 crossings here. That should be enough for the residential zones. Kindergartens. So we can have this one. It's only 2.5 tons of steel. But I think we'll wait with the kindergarten and the school. And the reason for that is I kind of would like to have those be rather close to the residential zone. Actually, we're going to have the residential zone here anyways. So let's put the kindergarten out here, kind of next to the hospital. And there is like, if you look at the building here, there is like 1 entry point here, or at least one that kind of looks like a main entrance. And this has a crap ton of entrances, so I wonder if we should try and... Maybe we would like to have it even closer up here. Let's be a little bit space efficient. I'll do that, and we also would like to have a school. The school is going to be providing, it's not just for kids, it will also provide basic education for our population. I like the big one, but let's not go nuts, because that's going to cost 26 tons of steel, while we just need to use 19. So let's have a look at that. Main entrance seems to be on this side in the middle there, so I'm going to be trying to get you down here as close as possible. Probably going to pull you back a little bit, like so. So that probably means we're gonna have a walking path that leads out here. Excuse me, autosave. There we go. Bring you out to here. And bring you out to here. And again, ooh, that's good enough. Okay. Bring you out here. Bring you out here. And... Excuse me? What is this? Why no bueno? There we go. And then we had the main entrance that was here, so we kind of like to have that going to connect straight to this path here. So as you can probably already see, it's gonna take a while before we get everything up and running here. Sure, that works fine for me. I kind of would like to connect these as well. So again, we'll bring you out here so it kind of is flushed with the grid line. Get you out here. You out of the way. Then we're gonna have snapping point here. Excuse me. Okay, we need to pull this back a little bit more. Okay, snapping point. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Now, this hospital here, we could potentially, like, way in the future, when we get to the point where we get helicopters, we can connect a helipad to here. Am I wrong? Well, we usually could do that. Connect the helipad to it. I might be wrong. Maybe we have to do the research first. But yeah, if you connect the heliport, there we go, to the hospital, you can actually get medical helicopters that will, you know, pick up the sick and deliver them down here. There's also a great way to have like a monument or something interesting here, or maybe in the middle. We'll see. Maybe not in the middle, because then we I kind of feel we need to have one in here as well. Hospital, school, yeah, everything is fine here. Let's. Do we want to do something like that? No, we'll keep this an open area. I kind of like to have room for, you know, a little bit of greenery and such. We'll check. Everything is connected. I kind of feel like all of this area here needs to be residential zone now. Although we could potentially, let's have a look. We'll just pick a random building here and see when we get to here. Okay, so we can build here. So I guess we'll make some residential zones here. We're also going to have to make sure that we have space for trash, because trash is something that could be problematic. So if you look at this house here, does it say? No, let's find another. Is there any other building that actually says how much trash it... Yeah, garbage production per week. No, sorry, per worker. Half a kilo per worker. And we can have 5 there, so it means it's going to be producing 2.5 kilos of trash. And then also per customer. So this could potentially produce quite a lot of trash. And the trash is going to be stored inside the building unless we have a container. So let's take one of these, because these actually have foot connections. So you can see here the pickup range isn't very big. I think it's like 100 and... see if we can figure out where the cutoff point is. 120, yeah, 125 meters seems to be the cutoff point. So if we place this one here, all the highlighted buildings, so this one, and that one, are going to be throwing their trash in here. So that means we're going to have our trash trucks, whatever you call them. They're going to be saving a little bit of fuel by not going here and here and here and here. They can just go to one point, one pickup point. But we're going to be using these big containers, so they can store up to... actually, we're going to be using these 52 tons of trash, while these can only store 2 point... yeah, we're going to be using these big containers for trash. We're probably going to have to make a couple of nodes here. But we're not quite done with the education sector yet. We are going to need a university. And we can make a tiny little one communist headquarters. A tiny little university here. So it would have... It fits very, very nice in here. Oh, man. But, yeah, so we have kind of 3 different universities. We have a medical university, we have a technical university, and we have a communist headquarters. So each of these 3 categories unlocks a different type of research. So if we go into, where was it? There we go. Questions and answers. So we'll find our commissioned scientist here. So here we can see the research tree. So all the ones that have a white background, you require a medical university to research. All that has a blue background requires a technical university, and all that has a red background requires a party HQ. So we kind of would like to go down the technical university and unlock the blue ones, because they kind of allow us for a bunch of stuff, interesting stuff. We could also do study of concrete, but maybe we could build both. Ooh, tricky question. We can do phone tapping. We can do fuel studies. We could unlock factility of geology. I probably said that very wrong. Which allow us to see where all the resources on the map is. We can unlock bauxite study and use aluminium, uranium mining, nuclear science faculty, is that how you say it? Airports, study of renewable energy, so also waste, which is going to be nice. So yeah, all the red ones here though is from the communist headquarters. Also distribution centers, which is going to be very vital for us later. It's going to make things a lot easier later down the line. Also fire prevention, which is pretty, nice to have, so our town doesn't burn down. Also, I have a cat in my face. I'm sorry. You know what? We could plan it out. So that basically means that this is going to be like a nice little place for education, like a little education section. Who would have thought? So let's see if I can find this cat. Could you move your tail a little bit so I can see the screen? Thank you. So let's get the small headquarters here, and let's have a look and see how it kind of looks. Well, we could mirror it like this. So I also think I have like a theory why I like to have this be a gridded city. And I think it's just because, it's so flexible. So it's kind of like breaking the rules. Same with City Skylines. I kind of feel like that is a game where I kind of don't want to build on a grid, because that kind of breaks the rules a little bit. So I'll do that. Yeah, that didn't turn out very well, did it? Let's try that again. So you go down here. Because you're not kind of centered. You need to be a little bit to the side here. There we go. It looks a little bit better. And then you can go straight out there. I It did not get my seal of approval. This needs to be a little bit not in the center. Are we gonna have like a major OCD issue here? There we go. So that is gonna be basically the education sector. We still need a bunch of other things. We need to think about law and order. I probably think we're gonna have that somewhere out here. Just make sure that everything is within range of bus stop. Okay. Should we just jump into the education sector here? Now, I kind of would like to have the prison nearby here. And the reason is, in the future, when we get prisoners, people commit crimes, you know, we need to put them away. We can utilize the prisoners to work in our factories. Not all of them, but some of them. So, let's put you right here. Seems like a good idea. And we're gonna be getting you out here, hopefully. Is this gonna be a major issue for us? Yes. We remove that. That's fine. That's fine. Then you can go straight up here. Straight to jail. And again, we'll do the test. I know it is within range, but never be too certain. Then we also would like to have a police station. We're just going to be utilizing a small police station. Now, where do we want to have this pacing? I mean, it kind of does fit in here. Is this what we're gonna do? Just squeeze everything together like... No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be putting the police station in... here. And we'll see if we can make a snapping point here. And we could, which is nice. And there we go. And the final thing we need for the law and order. So basically, how the crime thing works. It's a little bit like... It's a little bit hard to explain, but I'll try to do my best. So, there is a chance that some of our population might commit a crime. And there is 3 different type of crime. There is a minor crime, basically, oh no, you stole the bubble gum from the shop, oh no. Or, you know, did the Californian version of it, just robbed everything in the shop and just left with a big old cash bag of goods. Or, you know, a very, very serious crime where people are maybe not with us anymore. So, if that occurs, let's say somebody got very, very mugged here, like mugged to death, basically. They're going to be sending out a police car and go out here. And they're going to go in here and they're basically just going to take notes. Then they're going to go back. And the police car is going to be driving without any... It's just autonomous. It just drives without any personnel. So when we get personnel in here, they will look at all the evidence and they will investigate it. And there is a statute of limits, I think it's called. So basically, that is something that ticks up. So when that reaches 100%, the case basically becomes a cold case. Yeah, that's right. It becomes a cold case. So they need to investigate it. Then when they're done investigating it, they need to send the case to the courts, and the courts have to figure out if he is guilty or not. So what I kind of see here is we're going to be moving the prison back a little bit and see if we can squeeze you in here. Like so. So yeah, for some reason they are always guilty. So that's good. They're always guilty. And when they're guilty, let's say they did a minor crime, we can set how strict our punishment is going to be. So let's say they did a minor crime, and we say, okay, you stole a bubblegum. You will get like a year in prison for that. But if they have multiple things, if they've done multiple things, they can get the sentence added. So let's say we have like a serial bubblegum thief. So he goes around stealing bubblegum all over the city. He can get a lot more than just 1 year, even though we have set 1 year for minimum crime. He could get like, say you have stolen 5 bubblegums, he can get up to 5 years in prison for that. So it kind of adds up. Then they get sent to prison, and they're gonna have to serve their time, and we're gonna have to make sure they have food, clothing, and meat in prison. If they don't, they're gonna be killed or dead, you know, or eventually run away. So we're gonna have to make sure that our prisoners are well taken care of. Now, for some reason, I can't find the prison. There we go. And we mirror you. And then we have a little law and order district up here. So when they are in prison, let's say he has to serve 8 years. So he has a couple of hours where he has free time, and then he also has a work shift. And when the work shift is over, a certain amount of time will pass. Time is very, very strange in this game. We will go deeper into that when we get population in here. But yeah, so we have a little law and order district here. And now I think it's only one thing that remains for like the city layout. There is still a bunch of other things. We have to make sure that sewage is taken care of. We need to make sure that they have drinkable water, they have electricity, and they have heat. So yeah, we still have a little bit ways to go. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for episode number 2. I really hope you like this new series. I know it's a lot of things to go through, and I will try to explain as much as I can. Again, if you have questions, feel free to use the comment section. It's a very tough game to get into. You can also, of course, play it on very, very easy mode, but I'm in that. So yeah, I think that is it for today. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, there should be a like button in the comment section, and of course a red subscribe button underneath the video. It all goes towards helping us fight that pesky YouTube algorithm. So yeah, until next time, take care and keep smiling.